Jackson Radio Show.
They keep saying how brilliant she is, how genius she is, how smart she is. I think she's dumb as a stick. She's got every intention of testing the water to run again in 2020. And my response is, bring it, baby. Bring it. Would you not love to see a rematch of Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton? Come on.
Wow. Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. I would love to see that rematch. Not because, it would mean Hillary's still around and she's politically dead. She remains relevant because somebody out there wants her to be that way, but she's politically dead. And look, I know how tough the Clintons are and they hang on like a tick on a hound dog, but they're dead. They're politically dead. Toxic. The Democrat Party will never rally around Hillary Clinton as they did in the last election. Those days are gone. That ship has sailed. And what's interesting is the Clintons, it's 25 years since Bill Clinton has been raping and molesting women en masse. And he became president, ran a campaign that totally got lucky. He changed politics and how he ran that campaign and getting people to not focus on his personal life and some of the major issues and instead looking at cult of personality. Excuse me. And so and good for him, because the good news was Bill Clinton finally got people to say, look, we can't be looking at everybody's flaws or we're not going to have decent candidates. Now, the sad part is he's a scoundrel and he never should have been president because he's a scoundrel. But while there, to his credit, he listened to Congress. He paid attention to Newt Gingrich. Newt Gingrich was, in fact, he was the de facto president. He essentially explained to Clinton, if you want 2 terms, you're going to follow what we do. And Clinton used his cult of personality to make sure he won. And he did. And it's funny, I had a friend of mine, his name is Bill. He runs a big institute, and he said to me, Kevin, if you look at Clinton's record, he was a good president. And, if you take all the politics out of it, he goes, and if you go and you do what Bill says, Clinton was a good president. He was. I'll admit it. But here's how he was a good president. He dropped all of the leftist talk. He followed the blueprint for America, what they call it, contract for America or with America, something like that Gingrich did. And Clinton saw the writing on the wall and went, you know what? This is a good thing. And Gingrich was effectively the de facto president. It made Clinton look good, so he was fine with it. Go back and listen to Clinton talk about immigration. We got to protect our borders. Watch him talk about crime in the cities. He's the one that put 100,000 cops on the street, and his wife called the young thugs who were committing crime super predators. And now nobody said much about it at the time, but it was true. Then suddenly it's a bad thing to say. It isn't a bad thing to say. It was the truth. Absolute truth. So go look at his policies. Bill Clinton implemented welfare to work, signed the bill into law. And I could go on. The left didn't fight him because, it was almost a perfect thing. If Obama could have feasted if he had worked with Congress and done a similar thing. If we had a good enough House leader at the time, whether it was Boehner or Paul Ryan, if we had somebody like Gingrich, who was Speaker of the House, he could have made Obama look like a Greek god as far as president goes. We've lost that. We have nothing close to that. Nothing. And so we are where we are. And so Donald Trump, if you want to contrast it, he's got the House and the Senate, and he's got nobody fighting battles on his behalf to make sure this stuff gets passed. The Republicans have the biggest opportunity of their lives. Whether they agree or not with Donald Trump, or they like his style or not, if they get his agenda through, they are golden. These guys would be, you could even talk term limits. People would love their Republicans, but they don't. Anyway, I want to play this clip about Hillary Clinton and what she said about Bill Clinton's ability to get elected had we been in a little different day and time than we are right now.
Unfortunately, our body politic's immune system has been impaired because there has been a concerted effort starting with the creation of the Fox network. It wasn't there when Bill first ran. It was one of the reasons he probably survived.
Welcome back, everybody. That statement was so telling in so many ways. The obvious thing that everybody runs to is, well, Fox would have been reporting, conservative in going against Bill Clinton. And and to be honest with you, I don't know whether that's true or not true, because Fox, number one, is not as conservative as people think, first of all. And number two, Fox is going to look at it through, quote, fair and balanced. And I met Roger Ailes, spoke to him a few times. I know exactly what Roger tried to accomplish, and I think he did a pretty good job. It was fair and balanced. Fox has as many liberals as it does conservatives. Seriously. I'm not talking about Laura Ingraham, Hannity, and Martha McCallum or Tucker. I'm talking about the people that are on the show, etc. It's a good balance. It's not heavy-handed conservatism. When I was on Outnumbered, there were 2 liberals on that show. So they can talk to me all day about, it's dogmatically conservative. No, it's not. You'll get a good idea of the views if you watch a lot of the Fox programs. So anyway, I want to move on because I want to talk about the deeper issue. The deeper issue of what Hillary Clinton is saying is Bill Clinton couldn't have gotten elected because Fox would have outed the things that he's doing and would have put more of a focus on it. He couldn't have gotten away with, the sexual dalliances that he had. They would have called him into question on it. It would have been a discussion. We would have been debating, should he be it? And so on and so forth. What Hillary Clinton is saying is effectively the other media gave Bill a pass on things that Fox wouldn't have. And that might have gotten him made him unelectable. So she knew what the media was about, and she's essentially telling you they were complicit because they don't care about the fact that Bill raped Juanita Broderick didn't matter to them. The fact that he sexually harassed Paula Jones didn't matter to him. None of it. Doesn't matter to the media. If they picked him, he's the guy, they ignored it. And that's what they did. They made a movie about Bill Clinton. It was called Primary Colors. John Travolta played him. And it was a parody, I should say a caricature. It was a caricature of Bill Clinton's life. The fact that the dude was having sex with his friends' daughters and, people that worked for him. Everybody in the campaign knew to keep a lid on it. The person who played his wife would explode at him for not being able to keep it in his pants, and on and on. The people and the whole notion of it was for everybody working the campaign. It was a black guy who played one of the lead actors, and the whole idea was, well, you know what? He's bigger than what this issue is, so we got to stay the course. We got to stay the course. Bimbo eruption after bimbo eruption. Bill Clinton can't keep it in his pants. Blah blah blah. So I look at it and I think to myself, they all knew. And Hillary Clinton is saying Fox News wouldn't have tolerated this. They would have wanted the truth. What she's saying is the left doesn't care about the truth. As long as they have their candidate, and Bill Clinton, I don't remember who he ran up against, but it wasn't that good of a crowd. And Clinton came out of nowhere when he played the saxophone. I believe on Arsenio Hall show, people started going, he's a real guy. He played the sax poorly, put on his sunglasses, and suddenly he became a real guy. Well, good for him. I'm just, I look back at these situations and 25 years ago, what was being done versus now. Hillary made the comment that, Bill, when he accomplished things, he didn't tweet. This is I think she said, I forget what year. But Twitter didn't get founded until 2002, or was it 2006? He couldn't have tweeted. And it's a slam on Donald Trump, the fact that he does. Look, Donald Trump, for however you want to look at him, Clinton ran one of the best campaigns ever. Barack Obama his campaign was around timing. But if you put Barack Obama up against Donald Trump today, Trump crushes him. You put Bill Clinton up against Trump, he crushes him. You want to know why? He would not allow you to not speak of the things that you've done. Donald Trump would be no holds barred. Hey, Bill, how's that womanizing going? He would be addressing this stuff front and center. Hey, Barack, I hear maybe you've frequented the bathhouses of Chicago. Why don't you tell us about that? And that's what we've needed all this time as a fighter. What do you think? Could Donald Trump have beaten either of those guys? I'm not saying in their heyday. I'm talking about today. I think he could have. I think Trump would have crushed those guys because he would have gone after them.
Kevin Jackson
on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.